Hey everybody, Brian Dieters back to talk to you here this week about the issue of a broken Washington, D.C. Last week we had some great conversations regarding equality, pushing for rights for all Americans, and this week we need to talk about what is obviously an issue, and that is a system that's not working at the federal level. One of the things that's really drawn me to this race is the political and cultural divide. How Washington is set up is a big part of that. So, what are some of the things that we need to look at changing? First and foremost, as mentioned before, we must have a better system in how campaigns are financed. Particularly since Citizens United, as we know, there's been an infinite amount of money that can pour in to the top powerful elites. And they, as a result of that, are having a massive, massive influence on how legislation comes out. And we're seeing that. The tax bill that is passed through, that now the Koch brothers are really pushing through their media campaign and getting people to rethink if they like it or not, is a scam. We have to understand that. I need to be one of the people that is promoting and advocating that we need to be aware of this situation. So we need campaign finance reform. Tied to that, as I've been very vocal out on the campaign trail talking about, is the issue of gerrymandering. The 18th district, for example, is certainly a GOP set-up district. It's extremely challenging and difficult for a Democrat to win, and a Democrat hasn't won for over 100 years. We're working to change that. Part of that is the awareness of what gerrymandering is all about. It's not just a Republican problem, it's a political party problem. It's one that's finally being looked at by the Supreme Court. Former President Obama has been advocating against the gerrymandering system. We're making the right steps for this to make more democratic, fair elections for all of us. So we need to push that agenda. We also need to understand that Washington has an issue of misconduct. We talked last week about some of the issues of sexual misconduct. Congressman Bustos in the Peoria area and north of us being one of the co-sponsors of bills to try to change hush money that's available. So I will be a big advocate of promoting those things as well. Finally, the last thing we need to understand is if these things don't change, then we have to be looking at potential term limits for Congress, for the Senate and the House. Because if Congress' approval rating is at 15% consistently over the last couple of decades, it says that things just aren't getting done the way the American people want them to get done. I hope to be able to be one of the people that can change that through my experiences. So, look for some articles. Be ready for some more Facebook Live stuff this week. Looking forward to it. It's time to heal. Talk to you guys soon.